Welcome back to the Auto Insider, where you come to find out what's new, what's hot, and what's not in the automotive industry. This week, we have the 2022 BMW M440i. Now, this is for those of you who don't want to fork over the big bucks for the M4, but you do get the M4 brake calipers, you get the adjustable suspension, and you also get the M4 differential. This should be a lot of fun for a little less money. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's see what comes with this M440i. And let's start with what BMW didn't do. They didn't overindulge us with body side cladding and molding to make it look like something it's not. They kept a sleek, smooth silhouette that makes it look like an upscale luxury coupe riding down the road. I'm not upset with that M badge on the rear deck lid, nor am I upset with the BMW M4 brake calipers and these 18-inch wheels wrapped in the Michelin Pilot Sport tires. I do, though, like this functioning air vent that cools those M Sport brake calipers when you drive this BMW the way it's supposed to be driven. But we'll get to that a little later in the video. The M Sport steering wheel was a nice touch too. And again, the M badging small and discreet. But what wasn't so discreet was the way these various drive modes changed the characteristics of this vehicle totally. And one of the characteristics that we think you'll find most useful is the comfort and luxury of this M440i. This is a touring coupe that will for sure encourage long road trips during your ownership experience. And as you can see, it's a driver's cockpit. Everything is turned ever so slightly to the driver, so it makes for a really easy driving experience. Wireless charging for your smartphone, plus additional USB charging ports. And if you want to take people along with you, the back seat isn't a terrible place to be. 2 hours is about my max in this second row though. But you do have a third climate control, as well as 2 USB fast charging ports back there. Access to the second row takes a little bit of time. That seat is really slow to move out of the way. But once you're back there, it's not as bad as one might think. I'm 5'10". I still have a bit of headroom here, and my knees aren't totally pressed against the back of this seat. And yes, I did have this seat right where I kept it to where I drive. Getting out of the back seat takes a little bit of time again. You have to wait for this motorized seat to move out of the way. I really wish there was an option for a manual exit from the second row. But let's face it, how many people are buying a coupe to have people riding in the back seat all the time? Just a wish list item. But for those of you who are going to use that back seat for storage, coats, briefcases, it does the job. And if you need to make the occasional trip to get something odd shaped, this back seat does have the option to fold out of your way to allow for those odd shaped items. And if you either own a BMW or you watch a lot of videos about BMWs, you know there's always those who are not huge fans of the infotainment system. They either love it or they hate it. Well, I'm in the middle, on the fence. I like the option here to be able to go in and get news when I want it, get just what I want, and go away from it. As you can see, the touchscreen features work well. And then our M440 came equipped with gesture control. Just a move of your hand to the left or the right, it changes the radio stations, and point at it and tell it to go up or go down. It's more of a party trick than it is anything else. Half the time, it doesn't work when I want it to work, and then other times when I don't want it to work, it works when I'm not even intending to do anything with it. But here's where this M440i really shines. 0 to 60 times, 3.5 seconds. Top speed of 155 miles an hour, all from a twin-power turbo inline 6-cylinder 3-liter engine, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. That M Sport differential really puts power to the road. So for you everyday commuters not trying to take your coupe to a racetrack, this M440i, in our estimation, is all anyone could really need on a daily commute. That's all the time we have today on the Auto Insider. But for more of what's new, what's hot, and what's not, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and download the SoundCloud app and listen to all of our reviews in their entirety. The moment of truth. Is this M440i hot or not? It's hard to call a car with a badge on it that's not the real thing hot, but it's not hard driving around in this M440i. If you're looking for a coupe and you don't want to dole out all the bucks for the performance M4, this M440i will do the job. Until next week, I'm Daryl Killian for the Auto Insider.